Hi there, welcome. It's Anna here, and today I am here with a flip through of a journal that I have been calling Hannah. So this is quite a small journal. Excuse my squeaky chair. As you can see, it's like my hand. It is 6 inches by 4.5 inches. It is made from a book that was originally published in 1838, so it's quite old. I also have to measure this. It has about 1 inch spine. It has 5 signatures. It is sewn in with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and it's a hidden hole back spine. As you can see, I put in some headbands and footbands. On the front cover there is a genuine antique carte de visite with the small labels. The carte de visite is fastened with glue and brads, and on the back we have a few labels as well. The color of this book is absolutely amazing. Lovely leather spine, and it lies so nice in the hand. Look at that profile. This journal has been so much fun to make. She has about 120 pages, and excuse me. And yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, there's a padlock here, and I'm gonna show you why. Here we have some keys. So I'm just going to take the lobster clasp, get the keys, and open up the padlock, and we'll see what we find. She has a secret, you see. So let's get that out of the way. Look at that. She has a secret hiding space inside the end papers. So here we have a vintage antique envelope that you can put some hidden journaling inside. We have a genuine vintage photo that has been backed onto onto photo postcard. We have a little letter in French, a card in French, so that is hidden in here. Also, we have a little belly band, and inside the belly band is a small notebook that I made. So you can put whatever you want to hide in here. Just close it, and it looks like there's only a ordinary pocket here, but you can put something in. And then you just put the padlock back on, like so, and it's hidden again. I think that's super fun. I saw that on someone's Instagram, and I thought I have to do that. So anyway, this is the original first page of the text block. I'm just trying to put the keys back on. It says 1838 down here. The same paper as the end paper, and this is a fussy cut from a book about vintage fashion, about 1838, 20s somewhere. This is about the same time period as this is taken. So we have tea-dyed paper, and here we have our first tip in, and that is just a lovely picture of a rose, and that has been backed with some music paper, piano roll, and it's attached to this straw paper. Here we have a French book page with a small pocket made out of the same paper as inside the hidden area. Small label down there, and inside the pocket is This is from 1921, so it's antique, and it's a receipt, handwritten. Here we have some lovely writing paper with sewing on it, and this came from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds, one of her, what did she call them? She had live sales. Anyway, we have a little tab here made out of ticking. In the center there's a French envelope with a lovely blue color inside, and there I did some stenciling. I love the effect there. More of the writing paper and the French book page and the straw paper. And this one is actually folds out like so, and you can journal all over. And on this side I have extended it with a library card, not a library card, a library card. You write what the catalog, library catalog card, thank you. I did a bit of stenciling there and attached a tiny little tag with the image on. From there, just for fun. Here's a little tab, a second one. And this is from the original text block, and I just added this vintage photo of 2 horses on here with photo corners. More tea dye paper and more pages from the original text block. Here is some scrapbooking paper, a 6x6 I believe it was, and onto that I have tipped in these lovely lady and girls, and you can write on the back of that. It says Photograph Atelier down there, and this is from a book about a Swedish female photographer in the 1800s and 1900s. So we have some vintage lined paper and more pages from the original text block, 1838. And here is a tip in again. This is a pay envelope. Back in the days when you didn't have accounts, you got the money you got your money in a small envelope. And this is a genuine of those, and it's a pocket, as you can see. I have added a small piece of collage paper and this lovely lady, and inside it is a little tag that I made out of collage paper with another fussy cut lady and some flowers. Gone a bit with blue here from the ink all the way up there to there. Here's another tab, and in the center here is a lovely image. This is from a book about Jönköping, even though this one is taken in Huskvarna. Actually, I can see the factory over there, and it's from around the turn of the last century. A family out in their garden. I have backed a piece of it with piano roll paper, and here is another piece. It was about photography, so these two, the man and the woman, are out on a small outing with the bikes and the church in the background. We have more papers from the original text block, the back of the line paper and the scrapbooking paper. I chose not to extend that because I love the layering as well. More tea or coffee type paper and the original text block. Here is a journaling card made out of a Italian, remember the Italian index card boxes? This is one of those index cards, and I added some watercolor samples behind and a flower. That's a lovely foxing on that original text block page. Here we have another envelope. This one is also French, it seems, and you can journal inside of it. Here's another tip-in. And that's a lovely lady with a dog. And another dog in the back. Lots of photos in this. I'm also into antique photos right now. So that will show through. Here's another back of the index card. I have hinged them with some washi tape. Tea-dyed paper. And here is another fun thing. I made this in my Use It or Lose It. This is a flip up. And there's an envelope. This is just made up, putting with fabric. In the envelope we have vintage, genuine Italian ephemera. That comes from Rachel at Rox's Creation. So, there we go. And on top of it is a genuine vintage cabinet card. Antique carte de visite, sorry. We have some lace, we have photo negative, a bit of collage paper, some ribbon and a button. I think that's a really fun addition to the journal. Tea-dyed paper and the original text block again. Here we have some flowers that's just been fussy cut and put there. This is wrapping paper with a bit of stenciling on. And here is, okay, that's supposed to be fastened. I'm gonna add a paper clip to this. It's just a genuine vintage postcard. We have the letter H for Hannah. Index card divider. This is from a 1905 Swedish-German dictionary. In the center we have a small invoice from, does it say a date? No, it doesn't. But it's old. We also have back of the dictionary. Here is another index card that's just hinged onto the divider. The back of the packing paper. The original text block. Here we have a little side pocket, side attack, and this is some stamping I did onto craft paper and made it into a side tack. With another receipt from 1924, so it's over 100 years old. Lots of vintage and antique genuine ephemera in here, as long as me playing with mixed media. More original text block. Love the text, love the paper, that's why I put so much of it in. Here I have another little tab I made. This idea came from my dear friend Carol at Friendly Quail. I have sewed this piece of ticking onto a paper clip, and then I did a small piece of collaging with some Tim Holtz ephemera and a piece of book gut. And here's the keys for the padlock. We have a French folio, another French envelope. Here's a pocket, a fun pocket. Inside it is a genuine vintage, no it's not vintage, it's from 2012, so a genuine French wine label and some embossed paper. And this pocket is actually a photo. So we have the lovely glacis and we have a handsome man in the Navy, the Swedish Navy. And that's actually a pocket. I think that was quite fun. Maybe it's her fiancé or something. Music paper. In the center we have another receipt from 1921. The music paper also is a tip out, no, an extended page, and here we have another little journaling card with a chair on it, and the back of the envelope, and the French book page. A tiny bit of bookworm I've been eating on it, but I think it makes it more interesting. and tea dye paper and the back of the book. And here I have a little ex libris that will go there. I forgot to put it on. Sorry about that. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this little neat and jam-packed full book. She is beautiful and fun. I love making this kind of eclectic journals. So if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe button if you don't already subscribe, or not the notification bell if you do. For next video, I am not sure if it will be another flip through or if it will be a craft with me with my Christmas journals. You will have to wait and see. Thank you all for being with me today. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.